the chocolate and whatever else you got up to. So come into a comfortable sitting position on your mat. Feel free to sit in any sitting position you like. If it's too uncomfortable to sit cross-legged, have your legs in front of you, or kneel, or sit on a block or a cushion. Okay, but just make sure you can be comfortable and not have to worry about any pains in your knees or anything. And turn the palms up. So let's just begin by drawing our focus inwards and just noticing how we feel right now. How do our bodies feel? Are there any stiffness, any aches or pains? Feel tight anywhere? Or do we feel generally just relaxed? Just become aware of any parts of the body that need a bit more attention, that give you a little bit more attention than other areas. Perhaps make it your intention for this evening's practice to be mindful of those areas and work with them rather than ignoring them. Bring your focus to any kind of tender areas through each pose that we do. So let's draw our attention to our breath now and just observe the breath, just breathe. And once again, notice how the breath is this evening. Is it short, shallow, deep, long, jagged or smooth? And try to keep the focus on the breath now, as we draw the focus completely onto the breath, from the moment you inhale to the end of the exhalation. So if you've had a busy day, the mind might take a while to focus, to stay focused. So don't worry, it'll wander off, and just gently invite your mind back to the breath, back to this present moment. Becoming mindful. And using the breath throughout the practice tonight to bring the mind back in again if you start wandering off. So let's do a little bit more breath work here. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the whole of the rib cage, and breathe out through the mouth with a gentle sigh. And again, inhale through the nose. And out with a gentle sigh. One more round. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then we're going to take 10 rounds of full yoga breaths. So you feel free to bring a hand onto the chest and one hand on the belly, or just keep the hands where they are, palms turned up, tips of the thumbs and index fingers just gently touching there. And taking a nice deep breath in, so bring focus into the belly first. And then feel the chest expand, but keep the shoulders relaxed. And then breathing all the way out through the nose, nice and slowly. Feeling the belly pulling against the lower spine. And again, inhale slowly. Exhale, even more slowly. Keep the facial muscles soft. Have a sense of emptying the lungs. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Exhale on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Inhale on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Exhale on 7, on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Inhale on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Exhale on 8, on 7, on 6, on 5, on 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Inhale, can carry on counting by yourselves, choosing how long you need to exhale for, or are able to without straining. And one more breath in and out. Completely emptying the lungs as you exhale. And then take another breath in through the nose. And a big sigh to release. Bring the chin to the collarbone and make a nice big circle. Taking the head all the way round. And then let's go the other way. And then inhale, bring the arms over the head. And exhale, place the right hand on the floor. Just bend to the side, stretch the left side of the body. Hold it here for another couple of breaths. Press the left sitting bone back into the mat. Try not to lift off too high there. Inhale, use the abdominal muscles to come back to the center. And exhale the other way. You might find you can touch your elbow to the floor, but don't worry if not, just relax your shoulders. Bend your left arm, the elbow facing down. Eventually, perhaps it touches the floor. And then inhale back to the center. And then bring the hands together. Well, actually, we're going to cross the hands and bring the palms together. Interlock the fingers and just hold it here, but keep the shoulders relaxed. Press down into the sitting bones and pull the arms back slightly behind the ears. Relax the shoulders and breathe here. And on the next exhalation, bend the arms. Just feel a gentle stretch. Hands, lower arms, wherever you're feeling it. Pull the elbows back. Relax the shoulders. And then inhale, straighten up. So look up at your hands and bring the other hand in front. So wrap them around the other way. And just hold it here. And then bend the arms. Nice deep breath. Close your eyes if you like. And just focus on the breath. And then inhale. Lift up. Take the arms nice and wide. Exhale them back down. And then on the inhale, let's lift them back up again. And exhale, twist to the right. Just a gentle twist. And on the next in-breath, come back up again to the center and exhale the other way. And inhale to the center. So we're going to start today on our backs. So come onto your backs. Make sure you come down in a straight line. So just release the shoulders back in the mat, back of the neck long. And just lift the knees to the chest, hug the knees in using the hands, squeezing the knees close to the body. Just rock gently from side to side. So if you can't see me at all or can't hear me, just turn on your audio to let me know. So we're going to inhale, gently release the knees. And as we exhale, squeeze them close to the body. Inhale, release. And exhale, hug them tighter. And again, inhale. And exhale. Maybe you can grab your elbows to give a firmer squeeze. And perhaps lift your head to your knees. And then place the feet on the floor, knees pointing up. We're going to inhale and sweep the arms over the head, lifting the hips. And breathing out the whole way, releasing the hips to the floor, the arms floating back down, pick the feet off the floor and hug the knees into the chest, head to the forehead. Squeezing the air out of the lungs. And as we begin to breathe in, come back on with your feet on the floor, lifting the hips, inhale, lift the hips really high. And exhale, start moving the other way, using your abdominal muscles to keep the flow smooth. And then inhaling, gently placing the feet on the floor. Keep the knees pointing up, don't let them flop out. Push the knees away from you and the hands are touching the floor behind you. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. Lift the knees to the chest one more time. And then place the head on the floor. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. So we're opening the hips here and bring the arms over the head. Just take a few breaths here. As you exhale, just allow the knees to fall towards the floor, leaving the hips open. Just using the breath to relax and open. We're going to inhale now and bring the knees together, reach forward with the hands to touch the legs, and exhale, bring the arms back behind us. We'll take a deep breath in here first. And exhale to lift the knees and bring the hands forwards. Inhale to take the knees wide, arms behind us on the floor. One more round. Exhale. And inhale. And then hug the knees into the chest. And bring your left foot onto the floor, a bit away from you there. Squeeze the right knee into the chest. Okay, we're going to hold onto the back of that thigh and start to straighten the leg. So you might need to release it a bit further away from you. Try to straighten the leg now, so either keeping the leg close to the body or taking it away from you. Stretching the leg. If you have a belt, you can use a belt around the ball of the foot. If your lower back's okay, you can straighten the left leg. Keep both feet flexed. Slide the hand up the leg. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press the lower back into the mat and lift the head towards the leg. Holding it here. Maybe reaching up to the foot. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And on the next exhalation, release the head. Bend the left leg. And we're going to inhale and lift the hips. And as you exhale, lower them to the floor. And again, inhale and lift the hips. Exhale, gently release. And one more round, inhale. And exhale. And give that knee another squeeze. So rather than pull it to the right side of the body, hug the knee into the center of the chest and squeeze there. And then let's change. So place that foot on the floor and lift the left leg in the air. It's quite nice to hug the knee into the chest, interlock the fingers behind the thigh. And then stay there or start straightening the leg. Again, you can just release the leg away from the body if that feels more comfortable. And if your lower back's okay, straighten your right leg. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press the lower back into the mat and lift the body towards your leg. And exhale, release the head and bend that knee into the chest. So bend your right leg if it's straight. Release the arms on the mat and straighten that left leg in the air again. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more round, inhale. And exhale. And then hug the left knee into the center of the chest. And both knees. And we're going to roll forwards to sitting. Just a little bit of upper body strength work. So use your abdominal muscles here. You can either have your fingertips on the floor or use the whole hand. We're going to inhale, swing the hips back. And exhale, release. Bring the hips back, up, pointing the toes forward. And release. Tuck the thumbs under, make fists, and rotate the wrists. Both ways. And then cross at the ankles, bring the hands onto the floor, roll the knees forwards or come onto all fours, however you like. Spread the fingers, shoulders over the wrists, knees hip width apart. Tuck the toes under and pull the belly gently into the spine. Inhale, lift it open. And exhale, chin to the collarbone, into your cat-cow flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring your hips onto your heels. Release your toes and come into a child's pose with the arms ahead of you. Take a couple of breaths here. And then walk your hands over to your right and stretch here. Breathing deeply. And then inhale, come back to the center and walk the other way. And come back to the center. Come onto all fours. Inhale and lift your left arm, twist it open to the left. And as you exhale, bend your right arm and slide your arm all the way through, stretching your right arm, pressing the hand into the floor. You bring the side of the face onto the floor. And you can stay there, or you can straighten the right leg behind you and walk it around towards your hand. Start rolling over a little bit more onto your upper back, the back of your head, or just stay where you are. And gently bring the knees together, slide the right hand back down by the side of the face and come onto all fours. Let's tuck the toes under, let's stretch the legs for a moment before we do the other side. Bend the knees, lift the hips into your downward dog, squatting dog. Press the right heel to the floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. And exhale the left heel. Inhale, release. And exhale both heels. Lifting through the hips, pressing into the fingers and thumbs so the fingers are spread, engaged through the base of the fingers and thumbs. Pull the upper arms away from the ears and pull the belly into the spine. And then bring the knees back on the mat. Inhale and lift your right arm in the air. Look up at the hand if that's okay for your neck. Exhale, slide the arm all the way through. Left arm over the head. Option to stretch out your left leg behind you and then walk it around towards your right hand. Roll over even more, perhaps. You can even bring your left arm behind you. And carefully come back up. So bring the knees together, slide the left hand by your face, come onto all fours. Walk the hands forward slightly, tuck the toes under, and come back into downward facing dog. Let's just hold it still in our down dog for 5 deep breaths. pressing into the hands again. Close your eyes. Find your alignment in your spine. Lift up through the hips and take the weight back into the heels. If you feel confident here, you can take your right hand just towards your left ankle. And change. And release. And then walk up and down. And continue walking through, bringing the feet forwards. Outer edges parallel, bend the legs and grab your elbows, rest forwards. Loosening your whole back. Rocking from side to side, letting go, feeling heaviness in the upper body. So you can actually rest your body on your thighs here, just flop the body forwards. Change the crossing of your arms. And then release the arms. Bring the hands onto the front of the legs, straighten the legs, and lengthen the spine. Pull the shoulders back. And keeping the length, fold the body forwards, lift the sitting bones. Sending the chest forwards. Go as deep as you like here. Working on reaching the floor through the crown of the head. As you breathe in, feel the energy rising up the backs of the legs, lifting the sitting bones. And as you exhale, lengthening the spine forward. And we're going to look forwards and step back with our right leg. Bring the knee to the mat. And inhale, bring the arms by the ears. Interlock the last 3 fingers and open here. So as you inhale, reach up through the front of the body, and as you exhale, sink the hips forwards and down. Left knee is above the ankle there. And exhale, release. Bring your right fingertips or whole hand onto the floor. Inhale, twist to the left. Opening here. And then release the hand to the floor and shuffle the left foot across, more towards the edge of the mat there. Bring both hands inside the leg. And look forwards. You can stay there, or you can roll that knee out to the side, rolling onto the edge of the foot. Maybe even coming onto your forearms, making a prayer here. Pulling the belly into the spine. Close your eyes and take another deep breath. And then come back with the hands on the floor. Inhale and bring your hands onto the front thigh. And perhaps lift the back leg off the floor. Inhale, lift the left arm and reach behind you to grab the foot. Or if your hand doesn't quite make it, just reach back. And then bring your hands in prayer. And we're going to inhale and twist towards your left. Bring your right elbow outside your left thigh and lift your left elbow. Now you can stay here with the back knee on the mat, or you can tuck the toes under, stretch the leg, and maybe open the arms wide. And then release. Bring the hands back on the floor, shuffle the foot back slightly in, and start pulling the hips back, rolling the toes off the floor, coming into kind of half split variation. And then bring that foot on the mat and step forwards with the right foot. Come up halfway and exhale, stretch forwards. So this time we're going to interlock our fingers behind our back, come up halfway and exhale, take the arms over the head. So if you have high blood pressure, just come up halfway. We're all going to just bend the legs to lift up halfway, change the crossing of the fingers, and then exhale, repeat. And then bend the legs. Bring the fingers in line with the toes and step back with the left foot this time. Knee on the mat. Press down into the back foot, both feet. Inhale, bring the arms over the head and interlock them the other way, if you can remember, the left dominant way. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. Place your left hand on the floor, or fingertips. Inhale, open to the right. And on the next exhalation, release. Shuffle the right foot across slightly. Bring both hands inside and stay here. Or take the knee wide. And go a little bit lower. Close your eyes and just see if you're squeezing anywhere. And if you try to let go, what happens? And then walk the hands back towards you, bring the foot on the mat, and bring both hands onto the front leg. Either stay here or bend the back leg, reach forwards with your right arm, and reach back towards the foot, or maybe grab the foot. then release. Bring the hands in prayer. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left elbow outside the thigh. Lift your right elbow. Look at the elbow itself, the right elbow. Either stay there or tuck the back toes under and lift the knee off the mat. And again, you can take the arms nice and wide if you like. And then release, bring the hands either side, shuffle the foot back to the center. Oh, sorry, we're going to place the back knee on the mat now and stretch into that half split, pulling the hip back. So you can keep the hands where they are, relax your shoulders, and breathe here. And then release. Place the foot on the floor. Step forwards with your left foot. Bend your legs. Reach forwards with the arms and come up halfway. And as you breathe out, drop the hips back, coming into your chair pose. Inhale, straighten up. Open wide. And exhale, let's come back into our chair. Palms facing each other. So if your feet are hip width, your knees are the same, distance away. Lengthening your tail down. Just lift your gaze. Rather than lifting your head, just lift the gaze at the space in between your hands. Or close your eyes. And then inhale, straighten up. And exhale to the heart center. So we're going to inhale and step back with your right foot and turn to face me. So it may be a different foot that you would need to use, but turn this way on your mat. Feet are parallel, toes facing the front. Inhale and stretch up. And exhale, reach forwards. Place your fingertips on the floor, wrists in line with your shoulders, and lengthen the spine. Bring your hands together. Inhale, and let's open to the right. And exhale, release. Inhale to the left. Couple of breaths. Exhale, release. And let's walk the hands across to your left leg. Pull the body closer using your right hand. Pull the body close to the leg, and inhale, lift up with the other arm. And release. Come back to the center and walk the other way. And release. Come back to the center. Lift through the heart. And as you exhale, walk the hands back towards you so that they're level with the toes there, and start working the crown of the head towards the floor. Bend your knees to come out of the pose. Place your hands on your hips and swivel the body up. Going to turn your right foot out towards the short edge of the mat and bring your left foot in 45 degrees. Bring the hips back to the center. Inhale and lift the arms shoulder height. As you exhale, keeping the legs straight, reach towards the right. And then release the arm, come into your Trikonasana triangle pose. For a stronger variation, bring your arms by your ears, palms facing each other. And release. Inhale, come back to the center and change sides. So turn the left foot out, bring the right toes in, hips to the center. Inhale, exhale, and reach to the left, hand on the leg, reach up with the right arm. Rotating the body so the back is flat. And again, you can come into that second variation if you like. And release. Come back up to standing. And we'll walk the feet slightly in, turn the toes out, and come into the cactus pose. The knees are over the ankles. Bring the wrists level with your shoulders. Spread the fingers and sit down in the hips there. Lengthen the tailbone towards the mat. Pull the arms back, chest open. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the heaviness in the hips. And on the next inhalation, carefully come out. Release the arms and gently walk the feet together into your mountain pose. Bring the hands in prayer pose and just rest the thumbs against your chest. Take 3 deep breaths. See if you can find your heartbeat with your thumbs. Come back to the breath. And then open your eyes. We're going to bring our weight onto our left leg, onto our left foot, and bring the right foot against your thigh, your lower leg, knee out wide, hips to the center. Inhale, bring the arms over the head. And exhale. Bend the arms and bring the prayer on top of the head. Pull the elbows back. Now we're going to take our arms shoulder height, touch the tips of the thumb and index fingers. And carefully stretch that leg out to the side. And then release that foot on the outside of your left foot across the legs. And inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Bring the fingers onto the floor or onto your legs and release the body down. Soften the legs, bring the feet back to the start, and inhale. Bring the arms over the head and back to the heart center. We will change sides and bring our left foot against our right inner leg, anywhere that's comfortable. Keep the knee wide, hips centered. Inhale and exhale. Of course, there are many different variations you can do with your arms. This is quite nice. Nice to just pin back the elbows, open through the heart, lengthen the tail down. Ensure the toes of the standing foot, both feet, are spread and engaged. If you're a bit wobbly on that standing leg, remember to just lift the kneecap up towards your thigh slightly. It really helps to root down through the foot. And we're going to take the arms wide again and stretch the left leg out to the side. And then place the foot across the other foot. Inhale and exhale, fold forwards. And the legs slightly, bring the feet back to the center and gently uncurl. Come all the way up. Turn to face the short edge of your mat. Come onto your toes. Hands to the heart center and come onto your heels. Squat. Place the heels on the floor, reach forward with the arms and carefully roll onto your backs. So we'll practice the shoulder stand for those who would like to do it this evening. It's probably not a good idea to do it if you have a heavy period, high blood pressure, detached retina, any neck or shoulder injuries, or any sinus issues at the moment. And in which case, you can just stay here, lifting the legs in the air. Or for more dynamic flow, you can exhale one leg to the ground, keeping it straight, inhaling it back up. Exhale the other leg, inhaling, and then exhaling both feet together, inhaling back up. For shoulder stand, the arms are by the side of the body, press into the fingers, swing the feet over the head, and then bring the hands onto the back. Start shuffling the shoulders under, bringing the elbows closer together, walking the hands down the back, bringing the weight onto your upper arms and shoulders, keeping the throat free from any kind of pressure, and breathing here. Supporting your back, start bringing both feet over the head, nice and slowly. And you can release your hands if your feet are on the floor, interlock the fingers, press the arms into the mat behind your back. Change the crossing of the fingers. And if you're in the plow, Halasana pose like this, Try rolling out onto your arms into your fish pose. So shuffle the shoulders under as much as possible, hook the thumbs together, and start releasing your body onto your arms. Once your hips are on your backs of your hands or your wrists, start lowering the legs, keeping them straight, and then lifting the back, pushing the chest and solar plexus forwards, bring the back of the head back onto the mat. Pulling the shoulders back, opening the front of the body. If you weren't able to roll out onto your arms, just come onto your backs and then get your arms under your back as much as possible. And breathe deeply. Inhale, lift the head, look down, and exhale, release. Bring the arms out from the body and lift the knees close to the chest. Arms shoulder height. Exhale, take both knees to the left and turn to face the right. Just relax here, relax your shoulders. Relax your legs completely, just let them flop across there. And just become aware of your lower back opening. The knees higher if you like, towards your chest. You should feel the twist traveling higher up the spine. On the next inhalation, come back to the center. And exhale, take the knees the other way. Turn to face your other hand. And inhale back to the center. And just place your feet on the floor. Come onto your forearms and look down the body. Make sure the body's in a straight line, then take the legs nice and wide. Heels should be able to find the edges of your mat there. And lower your torso onto the mat. Shuffle the shoulders under slightly so that you can open through the chest. Palms turned up, back of the neck long, and close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a gentle sigh to release, feeling the whole body sinking into the mat. And again, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth to really release to your mat, surrendering your whole body, your legs, your hips, your whole back, your arms, your head, and the whole of the front of the body into the back of the body. And then keep your mouth closed and just breathe. So use your exhalation to release any areas of the body that are still tight, still working. It's time to relax and just be without any effort at all. observing the breath coming and going as your whole body relaxes. So it's completely up to you. You can stay here as long as you like, relaxing on your mat. When you're ready, just start moving your toes, moving your fingers, gently turning your head from side to side. And hugging the knees into the chest and rolling over onto your favourite side. Taking a couple of breaths there, just resting, coming back to the breath. And then pressing into your hand to come back into a comfortable sitting position. Palms turned up. And perhaps we can say an Om together, either mentally or out loud. Inhale. Bring your hands together in prayer pose. Put them together. Once they're warm, place them over your eyes. Open your eyes. Feel the warm energy. And spread the fingers to let in the light gently. Come back to the heart center. Namaste.